once you have two surfaces, you can compare those two surfaces through reports, or in this example, a cut fill map. So on the surfaces tab, I'm going to go to the cut fill map, and we're going to give it a name. We'll call it cut fill 1 maybe. This is, you could use the surface names in the name of this cut fill, but your initial surface is going to be your original ground surface that you're comparing the other surface to. So this is my original ground, or call it my survey surface. The final design is, in this case, our finished ground. So this is the one that we're comparing to the other one. Now you can choose what features you want, whether you want to shade it or label it. The grid properties, we can go ahead and put that on a layer. So maybe we create a new layer called cut fill. And we can see that we already have cut fill. That's what that little arrow is telling us. So let's go ahead and look up and find that layer. So it should be right there. So we'll grab that layer. The text style, we can come in and we can choose a style from our styles. So let's go ahead and choose standard. And then for the grid spacing, can be, what, 25 foot, 50 foot. Let's just do 50. And then a grid tick, we want the grid ticks or none, or lines. Let's do grid ticks. And then we can set a decimal precision based on units, or we could just go to like 100th or 200ths, or tenths or hundredths. So let's just go to tenths, and we'll label the surface elevation. So it's going to give us an elevation of the original as well as the final. And we'll click OK, and it's going to go through and it's going to process, and it's going to compute the differences and create a shaded cut fill map here in just a couple seconds. Okay, so now you can see that in our plan view, the red areas is our cut, the blue areas are our fill. If we zoom in, we can see a tick mark. We know we got 3 feet of cut here, and it shows our elevations. Again, we can look over here. We see we got 7 feet of fill, as well as our elevations there. So again, there's that cut fill map. Now there's some properties. If you select the map, you can go into the properties of it, and you can change some of the information. So it's really a cut fill surface, but it is a different type of surface than a regular surface. But you can see here is draped. So if we look over here, the reason that we're not seeing it in this view is basically because our other surface, our finished design surface, is over the top of it. So if we toggle that off, we'll see the other the cut fill surface in 3D. So it is draped. We can display flags. It's auto rebuild method, and then again, just like the other surfaces, we have the ability to control how it's displayed.